What's happening, Tech Timers? This is Andre of Andre's Tech Time and Product Reviews, where I review cool tech and everyday products that will make your lives just a little bit easier. And today, I'm coming to you live with no jive as I review two budget PC laptops. It's RCA and Gateway. Can you dig it? So before I get down to the nitty-gritty, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and ring the bell all below, and please share if you care. Now, about 3 months ago, my company sent me on a trip to the Mall of America, where my company has a warehouse filled with goodies. So I won a contest and I was able to run through the warehouse and pick out a whole bunch of goodies. So I actually won these laptops. I'm going to leave a link so y'all can see all of the electronic stuff that I won and brought home, or well, had sent home. But anyway, these are two budget laptops. One's made by RCA, one's made by Gateway. Gateway really isn't around anymore. It's owned by Acer, and the laptops are made in China. I had commented in that video about how similar these two laptops are, even though they are different sizes. So they both come with the exact same charger, okay, blue for RCA. And actually, it doesn't even matter if I had that piece of tape there, because they are exactly 100% the same. I mean, there's no difference. Same specs, everything. And one thing that I noticed right away was, if you look, ports exactly the same, USB, headphones, and micro SD card slot on both. If I turn it over to the other side, you'll see USB, power, micro HDMI, and this one has got a USB-C, so that's different. And this one has the Kensington lock. So up to this point, the ports are exactly the same. Not only that, additional storage and additional storage. Just pop that out, put your storage card in there, and you're good to go. So I've had these now for about 3 months. I've been using them, every few days or so. And so I'm going to go over exactly what I think about these two computers. But y'all know what's next? The specs. So here we go. Here are the specs for the RCA versus the Gateway. There's your model number there. Name and model number here. Slim notebook versus ultra slim notebook. The display on the RCA is 15.6 inch. That's LCD. For the Gateway, 14.1 inches. Both have the same resolution, 1920 by 1080. The processor for the RCA is the Intel Pentium Silver N5030. There are your numbers right there. For the Gateway, it's the Intel Celeron N4020. There are your numbers right there. Storage for the RCA is at 128 gigs eMMC, and it does have an additional slot for storage. The Gateway also has an additional slot, but it has 64 gigs of eMMC. Both have the exact same RAM, 4 gigs of DDR4. Both have a micro SD card slot that can support up to 512 gigs. The RCA has two 3.1 USB slots. The Gateway has one 3.0 and one 2.0. RCA camera is a 1 megapixel. The camera on the Gateway is 0.3 megapixel. I'm guessing that's a 720. They both have two speakers, have a microphone, The RCA ships with Windows 11 S mode, no problem there. You can get out of S mode. The gateway has Windows 10 Home, also in S mode, and it's upgradable to Windows 11. There are your dimensions, weight, battery. That information was not available for the gateway. The RCA ships in the following colors: charcoal, blue, and lavender. The gateway ships in black, blue, green, and purple. Now, let's get down to the get down. Okay, Tech Timers, I'm going to start off with the gateway. Let's take a look. And as you can see, nice big keys, decent sized trackpad, speakers tuned by THX, power light right there, speaker grill. Let's see, I don't know if y'all can see that right there. There's your camera right there. I don't see the microphone, but it's probably over here somewhere. But anyway, there are no vents on this computer, so I'm guessing it's venting through the keyboard. I haven't really noticed how hot it gets. It's probably venting through the keyboard and through the speaker grill. But, cheap computer flexes a lot when you give it a twist, creaks a little bit. And one thing that really bugged me when I finally got this, I used it for a couple of days and it was creaking a lot. Every single screw was loose. I had to tighten, I mean loose, I had to really tighten them up. So that wasn't, a good experience. That didn't say much for the quality. But let me go ahead and log in. Give me a second here. And we are gonna test the speakers. Speakers, nothing to write home about. I've got it turned all the way up to 100%. I've got my video at 100%. And let's see. So you can see it doesn't get very, very loud. Does not get very, very loud at all. I mean, decent. And let's check out the Geek 5, the Geekbench 5 scores. Let's see, 390 single core and 796 multi-core. I actually ran this twice. And the first time the single core was 416 and the first time the multi-core was 799. So not a speed demon at all. And, just a basic computer. So I've got a bunch of tabs open. I don't know how many, probably about 10, 12 tabs open. And it can handle pretty much what I have open. Never had a problem with it, bogging down or anything like that. So that's it for the gateway. And now let's take a look at the RCA. So RCA, first thing we'll notice on the back is that it does have vents for heat. And right there. So what I like about this is full keyboard. The plastic is exactly the same as the as the gateway as far as the keys are concerned. You've got your power light there, speakers here, and there are actually 4 cutouts for the speakers, but it's actually only 2 speakers. Nice big trackpad, a little bit flimsy as well. I think the gateways are even more flimsy, but let me log in. And I've got a video queued. Let's check out the volume. Hey, Tech Timers, so I'm going to kick this video off with the big boy in the room. The iSense Android TV. This is the 650. Okay, not very, very loud. And that is at 100%. They might sound a little bit better, believe it or not, on the gateway for some reason. I just noticed that. I mean, look, nobody really buys a laptop for the speakers, I guess. But that's what, once again, that's what earbuds and headphones are for. The Geekbench 5, 406 single core, and 945 multi-core. Interestingly, when I ran this the first time, it only gave me multi-core, which I thought was weird. There's your camera and your microphone right there. So my intention was to keep this just as it was, as a Windows computer. After I did the Windows update, which of course took forever, this computer never seemed to run the way it should. For some reason, I get a memory overrun error every time it shuts down. Now, I could very easily reinstall Windows. The intention was to turn this gateway into a Linux computer, but since updating this, it's been running just fine. Neither one's a speed demon. I mean, I'm not a game player. You can play games on either computer, but nothing, intensive. I mean, we're only talking, this is a Pentium, and that's a Celeron, and they both only have 4 gigs of RAM, so you can play some games. But I think what I'm going to do is use this one as a Linux computer, because I really don't, I'm not a Windows guy, so I don't care, I really don't need that many Windows computers. So this one, I think, is going to be, I don't know, maybe I'll install Mint Linux, or maybe even a Unix operating system like FreeBSD or OpenBSD. I don't know. I'll install something like that on this, because this is the more powerful of the two, faster of the two, and it has more storage. So that is one of the shortcomings of this one with only 64 gigs. But of course, you can expand the memory. Both of these computers are just, very basic computers. Who are they for? They're for someone who's, wants to surf, do the email thing, watch, stream videos, that sort of thing. Like gaming. They are both incredibly cheap. Actually, you can find this in Sprawl Mart on sale sometimes for $100. For $100, I mean, you've got a computer that runs Windows 11. So I forgot what this goes for, but it's not very expensive. If you both get reasonably, I'm not even gonna say reasonably, both get very bright. I haven't taken either one outside yet, but I think that they would do, pretty well outside. The screens are, are decent. Battery life, it's average. As a matter of fact, what's so funny is that my phone actually has a larger battery than this one. This is 5,000 milliamps per hour, I believe, and my phone is 5150. So, but both computers will serve the purpose if you're looking for a basic computer. If you've got a really expensive computer that, you don't want to travel with because you're afraid it might become damaged or you may lose it, both of these computers will serve the purpose. If you go on vacation, you just want to stream some movies, check emails, that sort of thing. So both computers will do exactly what they needed to do. So those are the two computers, RCA and the gateway. I'll put it like this. And that's that for these two computers. Okay, and there you go. Now, let's wrap this bad boy up. Okay, Tech Timers, so I think for either computer, for what they were built for, I'm going to give them thumbs up, because these are not pretending to be powerhouse computers. Once again, they're just basic computers for everyday use. They're very inexpensive. As a matter of fact, at the contest, one of a new friend I made, she grabbed one of these for her son. I don't know, he's about 5, 6, 7, as a Christmas present. Perfect. I mean, if he destroys it, she's not going to go crazy because it's a cheap computer. And they both work. I don't really have any major problems with either one. But like I said, I think this is going to be a Linux Mint or, some BSD. But anyway, basic computers will do what you need them to do. Thumbs up. I want to say that wraps that up. Thank you for hanging out here with me on Andre's Tech Time and Product Reviews. And I will catch you on the flip side of my next video. Y'all keep on trucking. You dig?